Chapter 2, Daily Health Observations. So why should teachers be concerned about children's health and well-being? Well, the children's health affects their learning, their energy, their interest, their focus, their performance, and growth and development. What resources can teachers use to evaluate children's health status? We have access to a variety of information sources, including, and there you can find more on page 41, daily observations and health checks, children's health records, health and developmental screenings, and then input from the family. What are daily health checks? Well, daily health checks are an informal observational screening tool that uses or gives us information about a child's state of physical and mental health, how they appear, what they look like, what they smell like, and what they feel like when you touch them, behavior, if there is a need for referral, and professional evaluation. So why should teachers conduct daily health checks? We would do this to establish a baseline of typical behavior so we know what is normal for a child and in regards to their behavior and their appearance, to note when changes occur. It's difficult to note if there's a change if you don't know the typical. For early identification of health impairments that may interfere with learning and to promote children's well-being. So how are daily health checks conducted? Well, we do this by observing as the child arrives and also throughout the day. And as the child arrives, we want to assess the child from head to toe and front to back, looking at the child's hair, eyes, skin, etc. And you can find a list of specifically what to look for on page 44 of your text. It's also a good idea to use a flashlight to look inside the child's mouth, to look at their teeth for cavities and their throat for redness or sores. So we also want to listen to the child's speech, observe how they interact with their family when they're dropped off in the mornings, and then continue to observe the child throughout the day for signs of developing illness or distress. Things to remember as we're doing this daily health check is that we never diagnose. We're not qualified to interpret illnesses or other medical conditions, but what we should do is just note symptoms or changes and then refer a child for professional evaluation if there are any concerns. So how do we record our observations? Well, we want to make sure that we record this information immediately following the daily health check and focus on facts, not judgments or inferences. So just write down the facts of what you see. It's easy to think you might document things later on, but there's so much going on during the day that might never happen if you wait. The recorded information should be clear, specific, and meaningful to others. And you want to make sure that you write the details because broad statements are not really beneficial. Information provides an ongoing picture of the child's growth and development as you look at these observations that have been recorded over time. We also have to keep in mind that all information about a child's health is considered confidential and must be protected. And so we wouldn't want to share this with anyone outside of who has the need to know. Only information that affects a teacher's ability to work with a child needs to be shared. And family permission is always required before any information about a child is released to another organization. So why should families be involved in daily health check process or in the daily health check process? It promotes a partnership with families. It builds trust. It supports families' efforts to raise healthy children. It provides opportunities for information exchange, and some of the things that the information that we could exchange, you can find in page 49, like new safety alerts and equipment recalls, the importance of eating breakfast, hand washing, sun protection, new vaccines that might be available, oral hygiene, topics like that. It's a perfect teachable moment to pass on information to parents, and it reinforces positive health practices.